This is part 5 of the Temple of Time. And in this part, we're going to be collecting our second piece of heart of the dungeon.
And what else?
And that is pretty much
that's all we're basically doing this whole part.
We actually spend quite a bit of time in this room because when the statue that we've been transporting the whole time came in at the very top, and we have to get it all the way down to the bottom, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not the most exciting part of the dungeon, but you should still watch the video.
Yes.
Stay with us. We're going to try to make it a little bit more fun than it actually is.
It's still a big puzzle, so you need you know how to get through.
You're going to have to do this part no matter what, which there's parts like this in every Zelda game, just tedious parts, I guess you could say.
Especially with these longer dungeons.
Yeah. I was just kind of stretching, knocking some sense in myself right there by rolling into that.
Link's making sure he's awake.
Yes,
making sure he's awake.
That's a good, yes. I was making sure I was awake.
But yeah, I mean, literally we just have to get this entire section is basically
basically just us run the statue almost all the way down to the main room, isn't it?
Yep. Because we get almost to the main room in this section. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a nice little effect that I really do like is when those spinners hit the giant statue, they actually reverse direction.
I didn't notice that until you just said it.
I actually like how they do that instead of just having them go through or something like that. Or like they just go through
If it was on the Nintendo 64, it would have went through.
It would have just gone through.
Yeah.
But I really like how they actually bounce off and reverse direction. It's just a nice little touch.
I did not notice that until you mentioned it.
Yeah, it's just a nice little level of realism. You were ready to go kill that spinner.
But I really do love this.
You were waiting for that spinner.
Yes. They got me a couple times. I was ready for them. Like I said, you have the OCD issue, I have the revenge issue.
I agree. I'm right there with you.
I do like that room, though, with that little circular walkway.
Yes.
Like, you got a little bit, you got the, not floor, but you got that area above you and then the area below you. Kind of like, I mean, it's like a big grand central room right here.
It really is. It really is. And this, honestly, is basically a hub room. And most dungeons have something like it.
It doesn't look like lake bed, but it kind of reminds you of that that main hub right there.
Yeah. Thankfully, with less spinning staircases.
I'm sorry you brought the lake bed, although it wasn't bad as most water temples, I guess you could say.
And now we kind of go on a bit of a detour here, which resets the statue, unfortunately, back to where it first came into the room.
I'm glad you said that. Well, I'm not glad you said that, because I totally forgot that happened, actually. But
yeah, but we're coming in here to get a second piece of heart.
Yeah, which is definitely worth it, obviously.
It totally is. It totally is. I would recommend doing this before you get the statue.
Big spiders, man, they have my number in this dungeon.
They have caused you problems. You focus on all the little ones.
That's what it is. You focus because there's so many of them, but the big ones are really the ones that cause the issue.
Yep.
You see, I finally was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm putting this down. I'm going to kill these things.
I think we've killed them all once already. There's no need.
How about that throw though?
Dude, Link's got some muscles.
Yeah, yes.
We know.
I want to say it's more the operator. But, if you want to say.
No one's going to ask.
He's not got any muscles whatsoever. What are you talking about?
No one's going to ask Link if he lifts after that throw.
Well, okay, yeah, that's probably a good point. Can you imagine us trying to throw something like that?
Oh, it wouldn't have gone anywhere.
We would make it off that ledge.
It would have shattered on the floor.
No, we would make up that ledge, then we try to kick it off, and then we end up breaking our foot.
I'd have used the command rod. Or the Dominion rod. Yeah.
No, command song is what you're thinking of. And you would not use that. You would say, I'm walking out of here.
I would have said, forget this piece of art.
Yeah.
But it is pretty cool how we were in this room earlier, and if you remember back in part 1 or 2, I don't even remember right now.
Either part 1 through 4. It's one of those.
It's one of those parts where we'll be coming back here later for that piece of heart once we have the Dominion rod. And even once we had it, you still have to throw that other vase or
on their side
in there. So
that's kind of like, that's a part of the puzzle I like, because I mean that made it a little bit challenging.
It did. I feel like this piece of heart was it's very easy to miss.
Well, first of all, you couldn't see those switches very well either.
Unless you got the right angle.
Yeah, unless you get the right angle. So I mean, sometimes you might not even know there's another switch on the other side.
Yeah, the only thing you have to work off of is the treasure chest on your compass, and honestly, I'd probably look at that and think it was a rupee.
Yeah. I looked probably for 10 seconds. I was probably getting to the end of this dungeon. I was like, I'm not going to worry about this one.
Exactly. Yeah. I know I did that.
I probably didn't see either one of those switches. I was like, I don't understand any of this.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's really no reason to, very little reason to go up there.
It shows a treasure chest on the map right here. I'm standing right here, and there's no treasure chest.
No, I probably would have killed all the enemies first, of course, to see if that would appear.
Yeah. And then I've been upset.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially when you even get 50 rupees out of it. Which we've been getting. They've been setting us up. You kill this enemy, you get 50 rupees the whole dungeon.
Yep. I will say, though, it is a good idea to get the piece of heart before you even worry about the statue, because he does reset if you leave the room without him being in one of those bell, whatever you call it. Transport.
We still came with a name. We're in part 5. We still have a name for it.
Teleportation chamber. How's that sound?
Wow, that's really fancy. Okay.
Well, we're almost done with them, thankfully. So we don't need names for a whole lot longer.
And it's like, I guess we really. I guess we kind of said we haven't been huge fans of this dungeon. It's not like really bad.
No, no.
I mean, we mentioned I just really hated carrying this statue all the way down.
It got to be a nuisance.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
like the whole resetting thing right there. Not too big of a deal, but it's just like, ugh, you know.
And even though he's huge and it's fun to swing that hammer, it's
I guess when we went to a dungeon, first of all, called the Temple of Time. I just remember walking into it. I was expecting something truly great.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, like this is where we got the Master Sword and Ocarina of Time. This is gonna be an awesome dungeon. I know what's there, complain about it. But it just really kind of didn't deliver, I guess.
No, it didn't live up to the Temple of Time name.
No, that's exactly right.
That name wrote a check that it couldn't cover.
Yes. Just like the Force Temple in this game, it didn't live up to it either.
Very true. Very true.
I'm starting to dislike this game more and more all of a sudden.
I will say, I do think, and I know at least I think I've ripped on some games in the past for not having enough dungeons. This game almost goes the other extreme.
The epicness of dungeons in this game is really what makes it so good.
Yeah, but once you have
and they were so different,
True.
Yeah, Force. You had fire. You had the water.
Of course.
Desert, snow.
You had this. my only complaint though that I'm kind of getting at is like when you have that many dungeons and all of them are close to an hour long. Some of them are going to be a little more bland.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
This one does kind of have a bland feel to it, I guess. Well, it's lighter, which we said we'd like.
We definitely like that.
Let's kind of get off a negative Nancy note here.
I know,
try to be a little more positive.
Very true. So
this dungeon sucks.
We didn't even play the rest of the game after this dungeon. We were done.
Yeah, we quit.
No, I mean, like I said, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just I feel like it's in that weird in the middle place.
Yeah.
But thankfully,
definitely a good middle place for it.
Yeah. Thankfully, we're almost done with this statue.
As you can see, we're just trying to come up with stuff to talk about because we're just basically dragging this dude all the way down.
I thought you were gonna walk over and just kill that Beamos
just for fun. I thought about it. I did think about it, but I was like, it might actually get me.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I loved how this thing could break those gates, though.
Yeah, the gates, the walls we had earlier, the rolling spiked things.
Yes.
Just
if you watch our context, I love power.
Yes.
Power.
Yes.
Like I clarified that as a power tool for me, and I like power tools.
It is. Once you get that Dominion rod in your hands, man, it becomes a power tool.
I did kind of like all these steps. Like I don't know, I'm just like a weird fan of like grand staircases. I guess
I'm okay with that.
them like that. But the whole staircase lean down. I just like little things like that.
So I think it ties a dungeon together better than just like climbing up walls or something. But it makes it feel more real.
And how long did you look for a button there, or look for that right there?
I
took me forever to find that hook shot target.
I totally thought I could take control of that guy and break down that barrier.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. That's what I was trying to.
Or something.
Can you actually do that?
I don't think he's in camera range.
Angle, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably in Dominion.
That's one of those where Nintendo people probably put him like right outside the range to actually pull that off.
So you have to break this game to get control.
Yeah. You gotta find a glitch or whatever to make this work.
Yeah. And to kind of go along with what you were just talking about a minute ago, though, like the staircases have always had a huge appeal ever since the approach to fighting Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's part of it, honestly.
Yeah, I think you are right there, because that truly is an epic grand staircase.
With the music the whole time, and
I really didn't think about that, but that memory does stick in your head about things like that.
It's one of the best Zelda moments of the entire series.
Good point, Red.
So
first one of the night.
every now and then we get one. But I think that I think Link should just be able to get teleported too.
That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, but how many games have we been teleported in though? I mean, we're flowing through time non-stop in these games.
Midna's always
be happy with what you got. You can see right here, I kind of forgot about this whole treasure chest. And I could have actually just put this jar on the Switch, but I just didn't think about it right there. But it's not. If it was important, we would have got that treasure chest. So I think it was just like a red rupee.
It was a small. It's a small treasure chest.
So it wasn't worth it at all.
It's definitely gonna be rupees of some sort. But either way, this wraps up part 5.